Well, hi there, Kevin, and thanks for sending the first assignment of your production class. So my name's Freddie, I'm your tutor. Thanks for enrolling with Point Blank and on this Abelton production class. So you're saying today on your first upload thread. Learning a lot too far. Thanks, Freddie. Okay, cool. As simple as that. No need to be too explanatory at that stage. I mean, it would be great if you tell me what type of genre of music you're trying to emulate. So I'm going to drop that impulse in there, yeah? A bit cleaner, a bit neater. Great, so let's have a listen to that. Almost like jacking house, really, type vibe here. So what I'll do today, I'll look at your sounds, and I'll just clean this up a little bit and give it a bit more punch. Because at the moment, if I play this in, you know, things are a little flat. Need a bit more punch, a bit more definition, and most importantly, we need a bit more separation between the sounds so that we achieve a better groove. Okay, so starting with the kick. So you realize this is a well dirty kick. With kicks, you know, you'll achieve somehow a more dynamic sound if you shorten a little bit the decay there, yeah? So with this one, I think we can't shorten it too much because we kind of quickly lose the vibe of it. I mean, this kick is well dirty, obviously, and this will probably be around there. Okay, there we get the boominess. That's cool. I'll clean it up a little bit. Okay. Also, I'm gonna apply what we call a high pass filter at 35 Hz to really clean the very bottom end. Also, quite a bit of dirt there. There, I quite like that. Okay, it's quite a lot of click, and also a lot of white noise. So, just gonna trim it with a low pass filter this time. Trim the very high end. Okay, still a bit dirty. I mean, there's no way I can, you know, remove that. Anyway, that's the character of that kick. We usually place a compressor afterwards, the glue compressor or the actual compressor there, that's fine. Drive the threshold so you can see the needle being activated. This means that the signal is being compressed. Raise the attack to not damage or destroy, or change the attack, the punch of your sound. Got a short release there, medium ratio. Get back what you've lost. And because it's clipping here, I'm going to soften it. Okay? And finally, another EQ after that. And you know, if you do need a bit more bass, I'm not sure we need a lot more bass there. I'm going to shorten it a touch more, you know. That's it, yeah. Good. So if you want to hear the difference before and after, I can group these effects using my shift key down. I multi-select them, I right click on any of them and group them into a drum rack. You see this button now, deactivate. That's what you had, that's what you get. Okay, so no compare. Okay, this snare sound is okay. So it's what we call a counter snare. It's not the actual backbeat. So that means doesn't need to be that loud. What I'd like to hear on that sound is a slight space around it, very short space around it. So I'm going to use that new Convolution Reverb Pro. You'll find it in the Max for Live audio effects here, okay? And this is like a reverb, okay? So I'm going to shorten the reverb sound so it's not very loud or very prominent. I'm just going to add a bit of space around the snare. I quite like the spring reverbs. Okay, something like that. Okay, so it's got a little space around it, but it doesn't lose its punch. Now, your clap is your backbeat. It's holding the second and the fourth beat. We'll turn it down in transposition so it's a bit bassier. It's not very punchy, you see, it's a little bit weak. So I'm going to use a saturator to get it to punch through a little better Right there, it's good on drums, this saturator. It's a soft distortion. Okay, and one little tweak, I'm going to remove the very, very bassy sounds from, or bassy frequencies from that snare, from that clap, sorry. Nothing you can really hear, but it's going to help with the mix. Okay, that clock sound is a bit of a drum percussion sound. I'm going to take it off the group, and I'll deal with it afterwards. Okay, that snare, that ride here. Okay, I'm gonna make it a bit longer so it's an ongoing sort of sound. Okay. And for some reason, I'll explain the reason why. I'm also going to extract that out of the group. I'll explain why in a minute. Right, we got the offbeat. Lovely. It's actually a good one, eh? Added a bit of you've added a bit of reverb on it. I'm going to use a high pass filter just to create a bit of space in the mix. I'm going to narrow and take away the bottom end. And a classic one with this type of sound is to use what we call a sidechain compression. So I'm going to use a compressor onto the open hat, open the sidechain input, and use your drums, your kick drum, to sidechain it. Now, using FF1, because I like it, it's cleaner, I'm going to drop the threshold. You're going to find out that there's going to be a mechanical relationship between your hat and your kick. That's it. Okay. So it's really important to tweak the release properly. And it's like a jack out of the box, isn't it? It really jumps in between the kicks. I think you got other... Okay, that hi-hat here has got far too many low frequencies. Again, I'm going to clean it up. I'll make it a little shorter as well. So you had not tweaked any of your decays here. It's very important to shorten your drum sounds. It creates space between the sounds, and therefore you gain in dynamic, you gain in space, it's breathing a bit more. Okay. So we're getting a bit punchier than we had. You know, everything is a lot clearer. One thing, now I've got a group here. Yeah, I'm going to load a glue compressor to basically gel these sounds together. This is what this is called, a glue compressor. Protect the kick, long adaptive release, short ratio or slow little ratio, so it's not too strong. Make it for what you've lost. Soften it, and a bit of wrench to limit it. So this has made the sound a lot stronger without it. With it, okay? So it's no compare, yeah? It's a slightly tighter sound, and it's exactly what you want. And the reason why I didn't have your rides in there, because the rides are so fragile and so thin, they would get pumped by the actual glue compressor, and their rhythm would get changed by the compressor. So we don't want to do that. That way they stay out of the group, and they basically keep on breathing above the group. Okay. Now you get few percussion, you get the knock and the percussion here. I'm going to group them into a new group. I'm going to call that percussion group, okay? These two you could say have the same function. Now there's a problem. You've used the envelope for that, and I think you have, yeah. And you see, it's clicky. See, so first of all, we want to create what we call fades that way. Okay, and that's going to create a smoother sound. Because if you got straight lines there, you create a bit of a click. You got one there. Something here. Okay, there's a kind of a double hit there. It's not nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna clean up that sound a little bit. It's got some yeah. Oh well, you did clean it up as well. Well done. I'll also remove the very high end there because you see it's got a bit of white noise there. Let's narrow it a lot and use what we call a corpus. Corpus is great on these percussion sounds. You can really create some really cool flavors. Not sure why one is stereo and the other one is not. That's it. That's mono now. Okay, so you can change the type of vibe, but I think pipe could be cool there. Whoa. Quite cool, eh? Yeah, very different sound now altogether. I'm going to go back to what we had because I wanted to. So why did I group these two together? First of all, because I can compress them and level them up a little bit. Very little bit. Very gentle, okay? And I can also now send them into a reverb. Okay, so reverbs can be used on the track itself here, and it can also be used on a return. So we'll talk about returns later on, but I'll place it on a return, all wet because it's on a return, okay? I'll turn off the low frequencies from that. I'll make it, that's the medium size, I like it that, so. And I'm going to send these percussions using this dial here. This reverb places these two sounds behind the other sounds. You know, it's kind of placing them behind the mix, and that's a good position for percussions usually. So they're a bit more discreet. They're kind of hovering and helping the groove without being an integral part of it, if you know what I mean. Again, probably some volume automations here. Good groove here. You get something about the groove. It's really good, yeah. So yeah, oopsie. Once again, you know, try to create some fades here. It's always going to be, sounding a little smoother, isn't it? Okay. Now, if you want to be able to tighter sound with audio files, you can use this off mode here. It shortens a little bit the sounds, yeah. I put it back transposed up, but in fact, it's an EQ you need. You do have one. You could create a running delay here. It doesn't work there. Let's have a simple delay instead. Some interesting hits there, but it's not always great. It's okay there, but I'm not sure how. Another cool trick with these kind of shakers, you can send them left and right here. It's pretty cool. With the auto pan on the triplet. It's going left and right now, you see. Not too much, just a little bit, yeah. I'm going to place that tambourine inside the drum group so it gets compressed with this glue compressor here. Okay, that's it. We got it somehow a better groove, don't you think? Because there's more breathing space between the sounds. Now I'm not sure you've experimented with the old grooves here, but this could do as a bit of a groove. I'm not sure. Maybe just a 16th here, yeah, 16th 50. Okay, just gonna drop that on the tambourine, on the main drums, on percussions, and that's it. Yep. So quite cool, eh? Straight away, it's got a bit more vibe, eh? So yeah, you can experiment with that. I think these templates are pretty cool and easy to use with the amount here. The amount is also over here, by the way. Same thing. So that's it for us today, Kevin. I hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks. Quite a lot of engineering there, but it's a good basic sort of groove like that. It's open now. You can really start working on your melodies. So that's it. Have a lovely week. Speak to you on the masterclass. Ciao.